Good evening, I'm Vanessa Herring. It's an honor to serve as your MC for PWN's 5th Annual Women's Empowerment Experience. Welcome to Power in the Unknown. Professional Women's Network launched in 2016 in Pittsburgh with a mission to inspire, engage, and connect women. Since its inception, PWN has been dedicated to bringing women together from all different industries and backgrounds to learn and grow together. The Women's Empowerment Luncheon is always hosted in January to serve as a needed pep talk and help us kickstart the year. This year, while we aren't able to gather and share a meal or a mimosa as you all typically do, PWN felt it was even more necessary to host, especially after we all experienced so many unknowns in 2020. This Women's Empowerment Experience is designed to give us all a unified message to influence our professional and personal lives. This year, PWN is happy to welcome Monique Rodriguez to deliver that message. You may know Monique as the founder and CEO of Mielle. Mielle Organics launched in 2014, providing natural beauty products for all hair types. With a background in nursing and a passion for hair, Monique led Mielle to the global brand it is today, and in 2020, maintained her success in the midst of a global pandemic. There's so much we can all learn from her story. Tomorrow, we will hear her story of resilience and triumph. Whether you're trying to take your business or career to the next level, or are considering making a huge personal change, or maybe just need some inspiration as you start 2021, you don't want to miss Monique's keynote message. In honor of the 5th year, PWN wanted to do something a little different. So not only will you receive a great message from this year's keynote, but you will also have the opportunity to take part in roundtable sessions with professional women from multiple different backgrounds, states, and with an array of different experiences. We encourage you to take full advantage of these sessions. All of these sessions are made possible by our dedicated sponsors. With their support, PWN was able to make general admission to this year's event completely free. Our sponsors continuously show their commitment not only to diversity and inclusion, but specifically women. Thank you to our gold sponsor, BNY Mellon, and our silver sponsor, UPMC. Also, our supporting sponsors, Coro Center for Civic Leadership, the Poise Foundation, the Links, and Mielle Organics. Please give a virtual hand clap to this year's partners. Thanks to these great supporters, PWN is able to continue to offer programming just like what you'll experience this weekend. Now, to help tell us more about what's in store for this weekend is PWN's founder and executive director, Danielle Parson.
Thank you, Vanessa, and thank you so much for allowing us into your beautiful home. Good evening, everyone. It is great to see you all. I've anticipated today for quite some time, even though for many months I had no idea what it would look like. I'm extremely happy to bring in another year with each of you. Before I dive into PWN and all we have in store for 2021, I first have to thank an amazing team that helped to make this happen. You'll have the opportunity to see them in your roundtable sessions and throughout the next couple of days. Our leadership team, Jasmine Julo, Erica Grayson, Ashley Coleman, and Risha Jackson. Ladies, I can't thank you enough for the countless hours that you put in to ensure that PWN provides quality programming. Thank you for believing in me, and thank you for believing in the mission. In addition, we have an advisory team to help ensure we are always taking the organization to new levels. Thank you to Jessica Brooks Woods, our advisory chair, Blair Holmes Davis, Nicole Webster, and Kenya Matthews, for all of your support and dedication to connecting, inspiring, and engaging women. This year, of course, looks much different from our previous encounters. While PWN is rooted in making personal connections and networking, which typically means being in person, it was important for us not to cancel the experience this year. One, because we thought it was important to celebrate how far we've come these 5 years, but most importantly because this event has always happened in January for a reason. To start the year together, to learn new things, to learn of new opportunities, to meet new people. So keeping that in mind, we had to find a way to make sure this experience happened. So we stepped it up, bringing you 2 days. Now let me remind you how you can make the most of this experience. I know we've all had a lot of virtual learning, virtual meetings, virtual conferences. It all gets to be a bit much. This experience is not like all the meetings you attended in 2020. This, in fact, is not a meeting. This is an experience for you. For the women who have been with us in person, please bring that same energy that we are accustomed to. Turn your camera on, meet a new face, chat with a new person, introduce yourself to a speaker. Ask those questions you just haven't been able to ask in the workplace. Seek out the opportunities waiting for you in 2021. This space is yours. Now I must admit, I too will miss the mimosas, the good food, and the fab fashion show you ladies organically put on each and every year. However, through this virtual setting, we've been able to engage over 200 women from more than 15 states. While COVID has kept us apart, this virtual setting has given us an opportunity to stretch our reach and connect in new ways. Use this opportunity to grow your network. Each year, thanks to your feedback, we found new ways to improve and promote and support women. PW Roundtables, no exception. From your feedback, we were able to provide an opportunity where you got to see each other, engage. We could help young professionals find a mentor, help seasoned professionals find successors, to connect women with mentors and sponsors and beyond, and simply pour into one another. I encourage you to have meaningful conversations. You may have a new business you want to launch. There's an entrepreneur here that has been through that and can help you. There is someone who may be looking for a new position and someone else whose company has an opening. There's someone who may be putting off self-care, and there's someone else who has some great advice to de-stress. Someone may be in need of a virtual lunch buddy or a prayer warrior, and they're here too. The lineup for the roundtable sessions is diverse with expertise and experience. These ladies have had career highs as an entrepreneur, a judge, CEO, COO, nonprofit founders and leaders, brand ambassadors, designers, producers. This list gives new meaning to movers and shakers and decision makers. Despite all their different titles, all their different interests, there is something they have in common, and that's their passion to ensure we each succeed. We'll share successes as well as mistakes, because truth be told, we don't all have to make the same mistakes to be successful. Instead, we can learn from each other's mistakes and be successful together. All of our programming and initiatives are rooted in the success of women, which is why in 2020 we introduced Define Your Dollars, a strategic approach to promoting women-owned and operated businesses, services, and brands. Through DYD, we work to help women-owned businesses get more exposures, more sales, and see more success. Today, we continue those efforts with our virtual vendor showcase. I encourage you to visit. And we look forward to continuing Ladies Who Lead. This annual awards recognition celebrates women who live out PWN's mission, going above and beyond on behalf of women. Ladies Who Lead recipients are dedicated to mentorship, sponsorship, encouragement, and opening doors for women. Our 2021 ceremony will be virtual and held on April 22nd. Nominations are now open. I encourage you to nominate a woman who is doing extraordinary things on behalf of women. Visit our website for more details and to make your nomination. Finalists will be selected the week of March 29th. I started PWN based on my own experiences. I'm a Chicago native and moved to Pittsburgh 16 years ago and had a very difficult time navigating the professional space. I saw and knew very few women in leadership roles, and even fewer women of color in those roles. It wasn't that they didn't exist, there just wasn't a dedicated space. So I worked hard to create that space. And today, I must admit, while PWN is experiencing much success, this network has been as good to me as I have been to it. I just want to give you an example to put some illustration to this great network. Just last year, a new opportunity was brought to my employer, an opportunity that should have come directly to my desk, but a coworker intervened. As many of you all who have been in this position, I got past it. I didn't let it get me worked up. Then comes the first meeting for this opportunity. I was not invited. But what I later learned was that two women who are a part of PWN were a part of the meeting and sang my praises and asked where I was and gave reason on reason of why I should be at that meeting and every meeting after. And from there, I was included in every meeting after. What I didn't do for myself, they did for me, and they did it better than I could have ever done. The concept is simple. We connect with each other. We get to know each other. We speak each other's names in the room, even if the person you are speaking on is not in the room or in the same state. Supporting each other and supporting female leadership is the best way for us to develop a strong pipeline of female leadership. By us taking part in experiences just like today, we're already working on creating that pipeline. In 2020, we all learned a valuable lesson on time and just how precious it is. I encourage you to consider committing some of your time this year to PWN. Again, I thank each of you for trusting PWN to navigate this space. To all of our roundtable hosts and partners, by the end of this weekend, I hope you are tired of us telling you thank you. And still, that would not be enough. For your time and commitment, we thank you and truly appreciate your support. To Shantae Conley, co-owner of eBash and Brand New Agency, thank you for helping open new opportunities for us in this virtual space and running to our rescue to personally correct any and all shipping issues that we may have faced with our Platinum and VIP attendees. The packages you sent us look beautiful. And our video team, Bird Productions, thank you for the late nights, video calls, and text messages. Your support is very much appreciated. And to our sponsors, BNY Mellon, UPMC, Coro, Poise Foundation, the Links in Mael, thank you for not being afraid to display your dedication to women, particularly Black and Brown women. My hope for each of you is by the end of this encounter, you've learned a new name, you've been introduced to a new business owned and operated by a woman, and you're ready to navigate the many unknowns of 2021 with power and conviction. I thank you so much. I look forward to an incredible experience. Vanessa, thank you for being with us as well, and I send it back to you.
Thank you, Danielle. So we've shared a little bit about how PWN started and why the organization exists, but let's take a look back at how far this organization has come.
So, over the past 5 years, I see PWN as an organization getting more and more into its groove. Right before the pandemic, we were able to host an in-person roundtable discussion, and it simply blew me away. It was at this moment that I knew we were really digging into our niche and connecting and empowering women on such a personal level. We all left that event on cloud nine.
So PWN is just so necessary for the city of Pittsburgh. One thing I always go back to is the gender equity report that was published from the city of Pittsburgh that really just highlighted the city of Pittsburgh is one of the worst cities for Black women to live in. And to take that statistic and think about, access to resources, access to information, all of that, and to think about what really are the resources for specifically Black women in the city of Pittsburgh.
PWN is necessary for women to connect, engage, and to share their story. What I love about the Executive Roundtable events is that it gives us an opportunity to not only hear the executive story, but to share our own. It's an opportunity to learn from each other, and it's also a safe space for us to share any difficulties we may have had within our career.
Being a transplant of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, I pretty much stayed in my own circle and bubble of friends. But with PWN, it gave me the opportunity to branch out of that circle and that bubble and to be able to meet all different types of women from all different walks of life that may and have been able to help me in my career, my own personal career journey and goals, and my own personal goals.
Hello, PWN Network and family. It is such an honor to be talking to you today and highlighting the value of the Professional Women's Network. We're super excited to be able to still stay connected, still stay inspiring,
to be inspired and to educate and uplift one another as sisters and women in the professional fields that we're in.
So one of my favorite luncheon memories was our last luncheon at the Fairmont. And we had an icebreaker where each person at their table had a small puzzle piece. And the goal of the icebreaker was to connect with another person. It might have been the next table next to you or way across the ballroom. But you had to create the bigger puzzle. So your small puzzle piece was a part of a bigger puzzle. And then whoever was able to create their puzzle at the end of the day and make sure it was completed won. And so I think it was just such a great opportunity. We're able to build something beautiful and amazing, and they were great puzzles. It was one of the best icebreakers I have ever been engaged with.
From the time that PWN started to today, 2021, hosting our 5th annual luncheon, I am in awe. I am in awe because if someone probably would have told me what PWN would become, I probably would have stopped. I would have stopped in 2016, out of fear, out of concern, out of fear of disappointment. But these women have trusted me to navigate this space. The opportunities that we have opened for people, the mentors, the sponsors that women have received from this network, the prayer warriors, the lunch partners, the friends that have turned into family that have come from this network. Had I known then all those things that I know now, it probably would have stopped me. But that's exactly why an experience, a network like this is necessary, because we have to continue to push each other forward. If you think about everything that women do on a daily basis, everything that we do for our families, to take care of our families, to take care of our household, to make our employers look good, to make ourselves look good to our employers, everything that we do, that same energy, we put that same energy towards continuously pushing each other up. Continuously pushing each other up. The possibilities are endless. So I encourage women, I've always encouraged women when they come to PWN that they focus on professional and personal success, but also an even more important component is looking behind and pulling someone up with you. And that's the key. And that's what we're going to continue to do.
Congratulations to PWN on a successful 5 years, and I look forward to witnessing the next 5. Now, a couple of reminders for the weekend. If you have not done so already, update your attendee profile. It's a great place for attendees to get to know more about you, share opportunities, or continue conversations from the sessions. Remember, as an attendee, you can chat with each other and all of our phenomenal speakers. Also, we've spent the last month giving great gifts to others, so explore the vendor showcase and find a great gift for yourself. On your Whova dashboard, you'll see exhibitors. There you can click and explore great brands and products, chat with owners, and purchase a new product that will be delivered directly to you. And if you haven't selected your roundtable sessions, don't forget we have an impressive lineup planned out for you. Visit the agenda tab on your dashboard and add a session for roundtable session 1 and roundtable session 2. Then tomorrow we'll hear a great message of resilience and strength from our keynote speaker, Monique Rodriguez, the founder and CEO of Mael. I'll be back with all of you tomorrow. Thank you so much for the opportunity to join you tonight. And now for our VIP guests, enjoy your wine experience in partnership with Hughes Society. Have a great evening.